What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So we have some interesting news as Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellerbe, who works with retired Hall of Fame, iconic legend, former pound-for-pound king, former pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr., who is now turned promoter and founder of Mayweather Promotions. Leonard Ellerbe is the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. With that said, they promote one of the biggest stars in boxing currently today, an undefeated three-division world champion who at one point in time simultaneously held the WBA super title at 130 and the WBA regular title at 135, 140. All at one time, that being superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, 25 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 big wins by way of knockout. Gervonta Tank Davis is 27 years of age, stands at 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, he had to, relinquish one of the belts because the WBA, World Boxing Association's president Gilberto Mendoza, they decided to do away with some of the titles, or they wanted to trim back down on some of the titles and some of the champions. So they gave Gervonta Tank Davis an ultimatum. He had to pick and choose what divisions. He could still represent two divisions, as he does represent 130, 130 and 140, 135 and 140, but he relinquished the belt at 130. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis, he was scheduled to fight off against his stablemate, an undefeated lightweight WBA interim title world champion and star boxer, rising star boxer, Rolando Romero. 14 wins, no losses, no draws. 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, stands at 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Rolando Romero is scheduled to face Gervonta Tank Davis December 5th in Los Angeles, California at the Staples Center. But he cannot participate because there was some serious allegations alleged against him that saw him have to be removed from the fight because it's just simply not good for business. With that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is now going to fight Mexican star boxer Isaac Pitbull Cruz in replacement of Rolando Romero. And the fans were not happy with the fact that Isaac Pitbull Cruz was chosen to replace Rolando Romero. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, 22 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'4" with a 63-inch arm reach, okay? So he's an inch shorter than Gervonta Tank Davis, and he has a 4-inch arm reach disadvantage to Gervonta Tank Davis. But like I said, many people were not happy originally with the plans to fight Rolando Romero at this stage of Gervonta Tank Davis's career, being 27 years of age, okay? And so with that said, everybody wants to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight the best at 135 or 140. And we had a guy by the name of Regis Prograis, former IBF junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer. He campaigned to replace Rolando Romero to fight Gervonta Tank Davis at 140. This is the last fight Gervonta Tank Davis had, was at junior welterweight against Mario Barrios at 140. Regis Prograis, 26 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'8" with a 67-inch arm reach. He was campaigning for the fight, and he stated that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe, they'll never put him in the ring with them, okay? And then, we know the other champion at junior welterweight is undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight world champion, British superstar boxer Josh Taylor, okay? Josh Taylor has a mandatory coming up in January or February. He got injured, okay? So with that said, the next best option was fans was calling for possible showdown with the longest reigning champion in boxing currently, in Mr. Gary Russell Jr., who's the WBC super featherweight world champion, superstar boxer. Gary Russell Jr. is 31 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 18 wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'4.5" with a 64-inch arm reach. And apparently, according to Gary Russell Jr., that was met with deaf ears. And then there was another fighter who surfaced after reports surfaced that Joseph Jojo Diaz, former IBF super featherweight, Mexican world champion, superstar boxer. He was offered the fight to replace, Rolando Rolly Romero. Joseph Diaz, was already in negotiations to face off against Devin Haney. Okay. Joseph Diaz, 32 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'6" with a 64-inch arm reach. Okay. Joseph Diaz was already in negotiations with undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. Okay. Now, Devin Haney, who is 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout. Devin Haney is 23 years of age. Okay, he stands at 5'9" with a 71-inch arm reach, or more like 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. So he's 26 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 71-inch arm reach. So he's going to face off against Joseph Jojo Diaz December 4th. That Saturday before Gervonta Tank Davis fights Sunday in Los Angeles. So Joseph Diaz, Devin Haney will fight on Saturday in Las Vegas at the MGM, and Tank Davis will fight in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. So with that said, the question was asked, why didn't Devin Haney get the opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis and replacement of Rolando Romero? We know Devin Haney, he makes upward of $3.5 million per fight. He's his network and promotional free agent. He has his own promotional company, DHP Promotions, Devin Haney Promotions, with his father, trainer, and manager, Bill Haney. Okay, and with that said, why didn't he get the opportunity, as he co-promotes with Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn on DAZN, and however he so chooses to move around. Leonard Ellerbe responded to Eddie Hearn saying that they were throwing Devin Haney's name in the hat as a possible replacement opponent for Rolando Rolly Romero to face off against Gervonta Tank Davis. And Leonard Ellerbe, he didn't take too kind of him saying that. So Leonard Ellerbe, he stated that this is a business, okay? This is not a game. This is an actual business we're running. And what do you mean throwing your name in the hat? This is not a game. You don't throw a name in the hat, okay? Now, Leonard Ellerbe, he understood exactly what Eddie Hearn was getting at when he said he was throwing his name in the hat. He mean putting his name in the mix. He wants to have Devin Haney an opportunity to face off against Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? Leonard Ellerbe, he praised Bill Haney, father, trainer, and manager of Devin Haney. And he also stated that, Bill Haney, has learned a lot in the last 4 to 5 years now, because he said that, he knows that the Gervonta Tank Davis is nobody's walk in the park. And so interestingly enough, Leonard Ellerbe states, you don't throw Devin Haney's name in the hat in a 4-week notice for a fight of this magnitude against Gervonta Tank Davis. You need more time to prepare for Gervonta Tank Davis, is what he stated. Now, we know it was more than 4 weeks. But Devin Haney, anyway, is fighting on December 4th, the day before Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay? And so then Leonard Ellerbe says that the fight isn't ready to be on pay-per-view. And the reason being is 2 reasons. For one, he states that, and vice versa, they're not willing to put Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with a fighter the level or caliber of Devin Haney with only 4 weeks. Gervonta Tank Davis need more time to prepare for Devin Haney. That's interesting. So that means it's true that they view Devin Haney as a serious risk, right? Hence the reason he says they need more than 4 weeks to prepare for Devin Haney. Then he goes on to say, and Devin Haney gets upwards of $3.5 million at least per fight, which he's well deserved, and he's proud of Bill Haney and Devin Haney. But then he says, if we make a fight with Tank Davis and Devin Haney, who's going to put the money up? Where's the money going to come from? We don't have that money. Who's going to play? To fight for Devin Haney to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, he's going to want more money. And where's the money coming from? Well, two things. For one, this is Mayweather Promotion. Floyd Mayweather is a billionaire. That's where the money is coming from. This is his promotional company. That's where the money is coming from. If Devin Haney wants $5 million, he gets 3.5 guaranteed for his fights. The fight with Eddie Hearn and his own company. So he's going to get that regardless because he is able to garner it on his own. That's what he gets from dealing with Eddie Hearn and his own promotional company. So you're only on the hook. Let's say he asks for another $2 million. Then you're only on the hook for, let's say, $3 million. Floyd Mayweather bought a watch for $18 million. Let's say you're on the hook for $3 million to make Devin Haney allow Devin Haney to get 6.5. And then you put up. The money is coming from the fans. The money is coming from Floyd Mayweather. Because this is going to be pay-per-view. So, Floyd Mayweather puts up a extra $3 million on top of the match Devin Haney's 3.5. That means Devin Haney will get $6.5 million to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And then he puts up Gervonta Tank Davis' purse. And who's going to fit the bill? Pay-per-view. The fans are going to fit the bill because the fans are already fitting the bill. So you're telling me and the fans that there's no money for Gervonta Tank Davis to fight against Devin Haney on pay-per-view. That's not pay-per-view ready. But Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Romero is pay-per-view ready? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz is pay-per-view ready? I'm confused. How could those fights be pay-per-view? Floyd Mayweather is a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And he lets the world know it every chance he gets. He's a billionaire. It's up to Floyd Mayweather to take $3 million, $7 million, or whatever it would take. $3 million to Devin Haney and $5 million or $6 million or whatever Gervonta Tank Davis is going to get. And you give them their share of the live gates. You give them their share of the pay-per-view revenue. If the pay-per-view money is not there for Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis, then how could the pay-per-view money be there for Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis? Or Rolando Romero and Gervonta Tank Davis? Or Mario Barrios and Gervonta Tank Davis? Now, I know you don't have to pay them large sums of purses. But Floyd Mayweather, again, is a billionaire. And he tells the world this every chance he gets. He tells the boxing fans this every chance he gets. That he's a billionaire. He bought an $18 million watch. He got in the business of promoting the fighters for the sport of boxing. You're going to get your money back. Or is it that you don't believe that Gervonta Tank Davis at 27 years of age is ready to face Devin Haney? Thus the reason why you said a 4-week notice. But it was over 4 weeks. When you got the acknowledgement that Rolly Romero was going to be pulled from the fight. And get this, Gervonta Tank Davis was already in training camp, and so is Devin Haney. So he says Devin Haney's going to jump right into a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, who's a southpaw. Why? This is the problem with the sport of boxing. Why are you concerned with his preparation for the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis? That's not your concern. Your concern should be Gervonta Tank Davis being prepared for Devin Haney. Like you said, with 4 to 5 weeks is not enough time to prepare for Devin Haney. So this just confirms how they view Devin Haney and why they're not eager to just jump in the ring with Devin Haney. See, Devin Haney, he grew up in the Mayweather gym. He grew up in that gym. They're well aware of his talents and what he can do. And they let us know. That's why they're hesitant to put Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with Devin Haney. And as he stated, Gervonta Tank Davis would chomp at the bit and jump at the opportunity because he's a fighter. And he says Devin Haney will do the same. So he said that he didn't like Eddie Hearn's comments because that's not doing his fighter any justice. But it did Isaac Pitbull Cruz justice to take the fight on 4-week notice against a southpaw. Isaac Pitbull Cruz wasn't ready to take the fight against a southpaw and Gervonta Tank Davis. He was on the sidelines as well. Why didn't Regis Prograis get the call? These are questions that need to be answered. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Road. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Alicia Baumgartner, you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.